Hey, it's Erin. If you're looking to build beautiful quads, it really comes down to a combination of both compound or multi-joint exercises and isolation or single joint exercises. Now, your compound movements, these are going to give you the biggest bang for the buck. If you want to look to add size very quickly or maximize your gains, really focus on those compound movements. Now, if you want to add just a little bit more, you want to work on that quad sweep, you want to kind of work on the icing on the cake, if you will, isolation exercises are going to be excellent for this. And you can actually place your isolation exercises at the end of the workout when you're a little bit more fatigued. They're not as taxing, and they really allow you to work on that specific muscle. So today we are focusing on the leg extension, and this is just kind of an inherently boring exercise because it's an isolation exercise. There's really not much you can do with it, right? Wrong. I have got 3 variations that you should try in order to see better and faster results and to improve that mind-muscle connection. So if you want to really work on that quad sweep, let's train. Our first variation is a toes-in isometric hold. Now, for this exercise, you want to set up the same way you would for regular leg extension. So you want to make sure that the seat is in the proper position and that you've got the pads where everything is feeling comfortable. And you want to set the weight to a weight that you normally do. You might go just a little bit lighter. And as you perform this exercise, make sure you keep your butt in the seat. You extend your legs up. And as you reach that mid-rep point, turn your toes from perpendicular to the floor to slightly in, and you're going to hold that for about a second. And then you're going to turn your toes back to perpendicular to the floor and slowly lower the weight. Now, what this does is this isometric hold at the top is really going to isolate the outer part of the quad. You can place your hand on the quad or you can look down and see it working. It's going to really help with that mind-muscle connection, help you isolate and target that outer quad sweep, and hopefully bring you better gains faster. Moving on to our second variation, we're looking at a double up single leg negative. Now, for this exercise, you want to make sure that you're choosing a weight that is heavier than you could normally do for single leg, but lighter than you would do for a double leg exercise. And what this is going to do is it's going to really help you improve your strength as we're working on the negative portion of the rep here. And typically the muscle is going to be a bit stronger on the negative or the eccentric portion of that rep. And this is also just excellent for building strength. So as you go ahead on the concentric portion of that rep, you're going to raise the pad up. When you reach that mid-rep point, release one of your legs so that only one leg is holding the weight, and really control that negative. Really focus on using just the quad. The hinge should be at the knee, and as you reach that beginning point, use both legs to extend the pad back up, and you're going to switch legs. So you'll alternate. Now, certainly you can do all sides or all reps on one side and then go to the next side. So that's an option too. The main idea here is just to use a weight that's heavier than you would normally do for single leg and do some forced negatives to build that strength, which in turn is going to help you build size. All right, moving on to our last variation. This is 21s, and this is really best used as a finisher. So this could be your very last exercise when you want to get a great pump, you want to burn out the muscle. And for this exercise, you're going to choose a relatively light weight, possibly something that you would do for that double up single leg negative. And as we go into the exercise, you're going to perform 7 partial reps at the bottom portion of the range of motion. So you're going to go from start to about halfway to the top and keep that to 7 reps. As you reach 7, you're going to do 7 reps from the mid portion to that mid rep point. So we've got 7, 7, and then when you finish the upper portion or the upper partials, 7 reps, you're going to complete 7 full reps. And this is why they're called 21s. So 7 partial reps at the bottom portion, 7 partial reps at the top portion, and 7 full reps. And as you go through this, it is really going to burn, but in a good way. And for this particular variation, I may do 1 to 2 sets of this. So what do you think? Is this something that you want to try? Let me know in the comments below, and also let me know if there's something in particular you'd like to see, perhaps some variations of different exercises, new ways that you can continue to challenge yourself without necessarily having to go heavier every single week. Now with the leg extension, as you get stronger, obviously you will be going heavier, but this is an exercise that typically you don't want to do less than 8 reps on, for example. This is not a strength-based exercise. It's going to really tear up your knees if you go super heavy on leg extension. Go heavy on hack squats, go heavy on something that is a bit more safe, something that your body is naturally used to doing. So this is why I love the leg extension as that icing on the cake exercise to just further build a little bit more mass to really shape the quads. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, train smart, have fun, and train hard, y'all.